My name is Art Kung. I've worked here for 8 years. I worked at the Interfaith Center in Mount Royal for 10 years. And when the opportunity came to come to my old alma mater, I was all for it. So that's what inspired me to come here. It's a work I've been doing for 18 years. So we do a host of things. We try to highlight the diversities that we have on campus. There's something people don't know, but we have over 14 world religions practiced on this campus. Not variations of 3 or 4, but completely different 14 world religions. And so anyone that you meet in a classroom or down the hallway, there is a likelihood that their philosophies and the religious diversity is quite different than your own. It's important because people are comprised of a lot of different things, right? Including their background and cultural backgrounds. The way that they think is comprised of different value systems, and some of those value systems come from a religious order or religious practice. And so when people come from a different culture, a different part of the world, plus that the fact that they view something philosophically different than you, how do you actually work on projects together? So we want to try to close the world, as it were, right? So everyone knows that the world is coming to Canada. We're a diverse society now, a diverse campus. And not only are they from all over the world, but their value systems are different. They might be from the same country and they practice different religious beliefs, and what is valuable to one may not be valuable to another. And so how do you actually work in a team when you view things differently, politically and otherwise too, right? We're located in the Stangrad Center in MB305. That's our main office, the Interfaith Center. And we're open from 9 to 4, Monday to Friday. But we have meditation spaces as well in the Stangrad. So MB314 is a personal meditation space. That's open from 7 in the morning to 7 p.m. And then we have another bookable room for larger group gatherings. And that's MC311. Everyone, absolutely everyone. And so not only for people that practice a religious practice, but this is a great place for people just to meet people. Oftentimes we work hand in hand with student development and counseling, and they recommend people coming here that are just lonely. And I don't know if you know this, but there was a recent survey done by psychologists and discovered that there's 7 factors that lead to greater mental health. And the primary factor of practice that you can do is get good sleep. And that leads to something like 28% or 21% greater health. The second is not smoking. And the third one came in for social connection. And that's what we offer. We offer a lot of social engagement, social connection. Even if you find someone who views something completely different than you, you still belong here. That's what we always say about the Interfaith Centers. If you need to know where you belong here. Yeah, so I alluded to in the previous question, but it's loneliness. I think a lot of people are lonely, and you might be in class with a lot of people, but you don't really know them. They don't really know you. They know your name. They might know your grades, but they might know your habits, but they don't know you. And many people come from a very diverse background when they come here. You might meet people then that are in their 30s or 40s in your class, and they have children. They've come from abroad, and they've sacrificed a lot to get here, but they had a previous life before they came here. So we know them in a context, but we don't fully know them. And so we offer that. And I think those are part of the challenges that people have, is trying to find their fit and where they belong. So if we can help with that, that'd be great. Yeah, so student development counseling is one of the major ones we collaborate with because of the side of health and mental health. Spiritual health is a question too, right? So even athletics, people realize that as an athlete, you have physical health. We engage with mental health. These are all fairly new questions. The oldest question is spiritual health. It's been around for thousands of years, and yet we don't have good ways to define what that looks like, a spiritually healthy person. So we collaborate with those people. We also collaborate with the International Center, knowing that people are so drastically different from all over the world. We collaborate with EDI, Equity, Diversity, Inclusion, lots of departments. So we do have current things that are offered. Most of them are run by students that volunteer to run these sessions, whether it's Bible studies or meditation and courses and stuff that we offer, prayer times for various faith groups. So anyone's welcome to these sort of things. There's some that are a little bit exclusionary just because of their own private practice, but most people will allow you to come and join their thing, right? So even if you're not a believer of their faith background, they'll allow you in. And so whether it's our meditation or prayer times or the various Bible study or group gatherings, that stuff's ongoing throughout the weeks. And you can find that information on our website. And we also do things of celebrating other high holidays. So we operate on a Christian calendar here in Canada, mainly. But there's other religious calendars that happen. So one major one coming up November 10th is our Diwali festival, and we'll be promoting that. And that's a major festival, and it's mainly for Hindus, but Sikhs participate in it. Sikhs from India and from Nepal, from other places, Muslims, Christians from those various countries, they all participate in the Festival of Lights, Diwali. So November 10th is one of the first major ones that everyone's invited to. One out of so many. There's so many. So just off the top of my head, I think there's one fellow who was a student here, and then also homeless at the time, a homeless student, and found their belonging here because they had a locker down the hall from us. And as he engaged with us and found community, found a place to belong, I later discovered that a counselor from SDC actually recommended that he come and visit with us, but he never had the guts to. But because he had a locker down our hallway, we'd see him every day, engage with him, and then eventually he felt comfort to come into this space. And as he found comfort to come into this space, he found a group of people to belong with. And so he engaged with a lot of the activities that we were doing here, found success as a student, and graduated and moved on. But he still contacts us now and again when he's in the area, and happy to say he's no longer homeless. But that's one success story, but there's tons of stories that vary from their experiences. But, yeah. I wish I had the authority to say things that are hopes and dreams. I don't. We do have plans to expand. There is a great need here. And as we have more students, since COVID, and now, we're in the post-COVID era, the student population has increased a lot. I think it used to be at somewhere around 15,000, and now we're in the neighborhood of 18,000 students, and we're going to grow more. And they're not only local students from Calgary, they're from all over the world. And when we look at our population diversity, they're from all over. And when they're from all over, they bring all their faith with them. So people don't check their faith at the door. They view their studies through their faith lens. And so we need to expand more and offer more services for more things, for more people they're knocking on our door to come to SAIT. So in 5 to 10 years, we hope to be twice or 3 times the size that we are. Your Honor. Thank you. That's good. I hope that was sufficient.